morning. I just walked out the door and there's a big fat groundhog down there poking around. So I gotta get this fence done because if he gets in and I slacked it all on getting this fence up, there's no one to be mad at but me. I was showing you guys how to pollinate your squash plants yesterday, and somehow that video, I don't know what happened to it. It went away. So I'm going to show you really quick how to do that. I have to go water because it hasn't rained for a couple of days, and we have rain in the forecast coming up in a few days, but sometimes that never happens. So I'm going to water today, and I'm also going to cut some seed heads off of the poppy plants that I had. So I'll show you guys how to do that too. And yeah, and I'm gonna get that fence going because he's a big one. That pretty, that flare, that lens flare. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning on July 4th of July. It's 61 degrees out, you guys. It's awesome. There was a lot of ruckus out here last night. My neighbor's dog was going nuts, barking like crazy. So it's likely that there's a bear that's been poking around. That groundhog was pretty big. It was almost bear size. That would be nightmarish, huh? Maybe that groundhog was hiding back behind their house, but usually it's because there's a bear afoot. And it's that time of year. They are around a lot. I didn't see the trash cans didn't seem to be disturbed, which is usually what they're after. Some garbage or something to eat. But yeah. So we just kind of be a little extra aware when we think there's critters around. And I'm going to show you these poppy seeds. Now, last year, not even last year, like 2 years ago, I spread a bunch of poppy seeds in the yard, but way down in the yard. And then this year, these plants showed up, and I didn't know what they were until they bloomed, and they're beautiful. So now I'm going to cut the seed heads off. And inside those seed heads are literally tons of seeds. Like all these seeds here, that's just from one seed head. So it's gonna be like the Wizard of Oz here next year. So this is what the poppy plant looks like. It's pretty tall. It's probably almost 3 feet tall, actually. And that's the seed head. You've probably seen these in flower arrangements. So I'm going to cut that off and put it in this little bag, and I think they're pretty dried already. All I have to do is kind of like shake the bag or bang it up against something, and all those seeds are going to come out. Yeah, I literally have like enough poppy seeds for my entire yard. I could cover the whole yard with poppies. But they're so pretty. And I can hear the little sonar things I put in the ground yesterday. I can hear them going off, so they've been working all night. Let's go see what that looks like. How to pollinate your own plants. So there's a zucchini plant, paintbrush. It's just like it's just a cheap little paintbrush. It's just gotta be small enough to get into the flower. The zucchini plants put off a male flower. I know, seems like I'm obsessed with the male zucchini flower, right? You can tell because he's got a little outie. That outie is covered with pollen. You have pollen on that? So when the buggers get in there, when the little bees and little pollinators get in there, they get this stuff all over them. And then when they fly to the female flower, this is the female. It actually literally has the fruit growing here. So on the end here is going to be a flower. And when that opens, in order for this to grow, It needs this. So if you have flowers that open up on the end, which happens, they get a little bigger, then that happens. And you're not noticing pollinators, I mean, it doesn't hurt to do it anyway. Don't take all of the pollen out of it. You know, you just need to swipe a little bit like this. And then just put it inside the flower. And you've pollinated it. And like I said, it doesn't hurt to do it ahead of them. It's not going to change anything. It's just a little insurance policy. Hey, remember the nasturtium flowers that weren't open yet from yesterday? That looked like little ducks or geese?